You've been thinking about it for too long. Thinking, planning, overanalyzing, running scenarios in your head like that's going to change your life. It won't. Your life doesn't change when you think harder. It changes when you move. And right now, you're stuck in hesitation. Not because you're incapable. Not because you're unlucky. But because you keep waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. Let me tell you something straight. Hesitation is fear dressed up as intelligence. It pretends to be patience. It pretends to be preparation. But underneath it all, it's fear of discomfort. Fear of failing. Fear of looking stupid. Fear of realizing you're not as special as you thought. So you wait. And every day you wait, the gap between who you are and who you could be gets wider. You feel it. That quiet frustration. That anger you don't talk about. That voice that says, I should be further by now. That's not motivation you're missing. It's execution. You don't need another video. Another quote. Another plan. You need to do the damn work. Because here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Most people don't fail because they tried and lost. They fail because they never really tried at all. They flirt with effort. They flirt with discipline. But they never commit. They want results without scars. That's not how this works. Nothing meaningful is built without friction. Think about fire. Fire doesn't wait until conditions are comfortable. It burns through resistance. That's why it transforms everything it touches. You want change? You have to burn. Burn the excuses. Burn the old habits. Burn the version of you that keeps hesitating. Right now, your mind is negotiating. I'll start tomorrow. I just need a little more clarity. I'll do it when I feel ready. You will never feel ready. Read that again. Readiness is a lie your comfort zone tells you to keep you small. Every man who built something real started before he was ready. He started scared. He started uncertain. He started tired. But he started. Hesitation feels safe because it keeps you from pain. But it also keeps you from growth. And the longer you hesitate, the heavier the regret becomes. Regret doesn't hit you in your 20s. It hits you later. When time is gone. When options are gone. When you realize you traded your potential for comfort. That's when it hurts. Right now, pain is optional. Later, pain is guaranteed. Choose your pain. Think about a lion on the hunt. It doesn't sit there overthinking the distance. It doesn't analyze the wind for hours. It locks in. And when it moves with full intent. That's what you're missing. Intent. You're half in, half committed, half serious. You work when you feel like it. You quit when it gets uncomfortable. That's why your results are inconsistent. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your habits. And your habit right now is hesitation. You tell yourself you want more. More money. More respect. More confidence. More freedom. But your actions say something else. Your actions say you're okay with average. Because if you weren't, you'd be working right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Hard work doesn't need motivation. It needs standards. A soldier doesn't wait to feel inspired before he trains. He trains because it's who he is. That's the shift you need. Stop asking, do I feel like doing this? Start asking, is this what the man I want to become would do? That question removes emotion from the equation. And emotion is what's been controlling you. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel weak. Discipline doesn't care. The work still gets done. You've been waiting for a breakthrough. But breakthroughs don't come from thinking. They come from reps. From showing up on the days you don't want to. From doing boring, repetitive work with zero applause. That's where confidence is built. Not in comfort. In repetition under pressure. You don't trust yourself yet. That's why you hesitate. Because deep down, you've quit on yourself too many times. You said you'd start, and didn't. You said you'd stay consistent, and didn't. You said this time would be different, and it wasn't. So your mind learned something dangerous. Your words don't mean anything. The only way to fix that is through action. Small promises, kept daily. That's how self-respect is rebuilt. Not through hype. Through work. Right now, you're standing at the edge. On one side is the life you know. Predictable. Safe. Mediocre. On the other side is effort. Risk. Discomfort. You don't cross that line by thinking. You cross it by stepping forward. Even shaky. Even unsure. Action creates clarity. Not the other way around. You don't think your way into a new life. You work your way into one. Storms don't ask if you're ready. They test what you've built. And if you've been hesitating, the storm will expose you. But if you've been working, the storm sharpens you. This is your moment to decide. Not in a dramatic way. In a quiet, internal way. You decide that hesitation is no longer acceptable. You decide that action is the baseline. You decide that your future is worth discomfort. You don't need to be extreme. You need to be consistent. One workout. 1 hour of focused work. One disciplined choice. Then another. Then another. Momentum doesn't come from thinking big. It comes from starting small and refusing to stop. You don't need permission to work. You don't need validation to grind. You don't need anyone to believe in you. You need to believe in your ability to show up. Every day you hesitate, you train yourself to be weak. Every day you act, you train yourself to be dangerous. Choose your training. Because the world rewards men who execute. Not the smartest. Not the most talented. The ones who do the damn work when others hesitate. This isn't about motivation. It's about identity. You're either the guy who talks, or the guy who works. You can't be both. So stop hesitating. Stop waiting. Stop overthinking your life away. Stand up. Do the damn work. And let your results speak for you. If this message lit a fire in you, then it's time to act. Drop this in the comments right now. I will stop hesitating from now on. So that I know you stayed all the way till the end. And you will build momentum, discipline, and the life you keep talking about.